Alright, food fans, let's talk about a sandwich that's bursting with flavor and history. The Cuban sandwich, also known as a Cubano, is a delicious symbol of Cuban culture. This ain't just any sandwich, folks. It's a flavor explosion waiting to happen. Imagine savory roast pork, salty ham, melty Swiss cheese, tangy pickles, and yellow mustard, all piled high on crusty Cuban bread. But the Cuban sandwich is more than just its ingredients. It's a story of cultural fusion and culinary ingenuity. This sandwich tells a tale of Cuban workers in Florida, longing for a taste of home. Each bite takes you on a journey to the heart of Cuban cuisine. To truly appreciate the Cuban sandwich, we gotta rewind to the late 19th century. Picture Havana, Cuba, a bustling hub where cultures collided. Workers needed a hearty, portable lunch, and the Cuban sandwich was born. Fast forward to the early 20th century, and the sandwich hopped on a boat to Key West and Tampa, Florida, with Cuban immigrants. They brought their traditions and recipes, adding a new chapter to the Cuban sandwich's story. In Tampa, the sandwich evolved, incorporating salami for an extra layer of flavor. Today, the Cuban sandwich is a beloved staple in both Florida and beyond, a testament to the power of food to connect cultures and generations. Let's break down the all-star lineup of ingredients that make the Cuban sandwich a champion. First up, we've got Cuban bread, the backbone of this masterpiece. This bread is unique with a slightly sweet, airy texture that's perfect for soaking up all those delicious juices. Next, we've got layers of savory roasted pork, marinated in a vibrant Mojo sauce. We'll dive deeper into that Mojo magic later. And of course, no Cuban sandwich is complete without thinly sliced ham, adding a salty kick to every bite. Then comes the melty Swiss cheese, binding everything together with its creamy goodness. For a tangy contrast, we add dill pickles, cutting through the richness of the meat and cheese. And finally, a swipe of yellow mustard adds a bright, punchy finish. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the Mojo-marinated roast pork. Mojo is a citrusy, garlicky marinade that infuses the pork with incredible flavor. To make Mojo, we combine sour orange juice, lime juice, garlic, oregano, cumin, and a touch of heat from some chopped peppers. This marinade works its magic on a pork shoulder, tenderizing it and infusing it with layers of zesty, savory goodness. The pork is then slow roasted until it's fall-apart tender, ready to be piled high on our Cuban bread. Now comes the fun part, folks, assembling our Cuban sandwich. We start by slicing our Cuban bread lengthwise, creating a sturdy base for our flavor-packed fillings. Then we layer on the good stuff, a generous portion of our Mojo-marinated roast pork, followed by slices of ham, Swiss cheese, dill pickles, and a swipe of yellow mustard. Once our layers are stacked high, we close the sandwich with the other half of the bread, ready for its grand finale. The key to a perfect Cuban sandwich is the grilling and pressing process. We want that bread golden brown and crispy, with the cheese melted into a gooey, delicious mess. We butter the outside of the bread and place it in a hot sandwich press, grilling it until it's heated through and the cheese is melted. The press helps to create those beautiful grill marks and ensures that all the flavors meld together perfectly. Once it's golden brown and toasted, we slice the sandwich diagonally and serve it up hot and fresh.